5 hours, I want to say. That's probably my longest one I've done. That's just the entire bracket.
There was this tournament called Battle of the Last Frontier 2, and don't go back and watch the commentary because this was very fresh, very uneducated Studebaker. If you want to see how far I've come, I guess watch it. But Jesus,
Let's say.
it's some real tripe. I'll be honest. But I think I commentated almost every set in that bracket, and it was like a 10-hour day or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
those were back in the days, man.
Back in the early days, you had to go through the initiation of local commentary.
Well, that was just Alaska stuff.
Oh, Alaska. Okay.
Yeah, that was. We had like. I was the only one that had expressed like an interest in being a commentator. I feel like I would commentate with like other folks back then. 'Cause it was like Damon Fang, there was Aylwin, sometimes Mobatis would commentate. We all call each other by our real names. But like, I don't want to just dox the boys. You know?
Yeah, exactly. He's going to go with the tag instead. I think most of my upbringings were usually at my mom with like Patty, Ron, aka Shuppies, a lot of other people. There's a lot of good people I would commentate with that. Buiko, Mateto, Weeaboo, aka I came from I think Indiana, then we went over to Seattle after that. A lot of people were there, and then some of the Boston events I would go to. Me and Makari are a pretty regular duo in New England these days. And then Tartok, somebody we just commentate with as well. But those people I also go really far back with as well. People are still around all these years later. So yeah, that's kind of how it kind of be. You have those kind of vibes with the local. Just, you know, it's kind of that's how the upbringing is. Sheesh, by the way, that forwarder catching Umarth off guard at ledge.
Very, very rare to see Bobby in neutral as well. Not like playing neutral, but neutral Falco.
Yeah, because usually he's a green enjoyer. Usually,
yeah. Standard green enjoyer at times, I believe. Blue or red.
Yeah, I've seen like the rare instance of blue. I think I might have saw a Trail Invitational, but I think it's mostly green.
Look at that dash dance and then just running in there. Sometimes, you know, you bank on it, doesn't work out, manage to find the far side of it, but down tilt. Yarp. That's a stock. Man, I haven't even seen Hot Fuzz in a minute, but I still say.
I say yeah. I like saying yurt a lot, which is different.
Yurt?
Yurt, like yeah, Y-E-R-T. That's how I usually spell it.
See, when I think of yurt, I think about those big ass tents hippie people like that.
Oh yeah, that's it. I thought about those in a long ass time.
They're like a Mongolian steppes thing, but they've been co-opted by a lot of like white hippies. Nothing.
That amount of festivals. Yeah.
They're cozy. I will say.
They seem nice. I'm not really much of a tent guy, but I try to just stay in a lot of tents. To be fair, usually I go camping.
High-key tents are so nice. Unless
they definitely are.
When it's humid, they're not. I will say, humid tent sucks shit.
But like in the fall and stuff like that, it's
nice and crispy out. Absolutely,
yeah,
ideal.
Like high 50s, low 60s at most. That's probably like pristine for that.
Yeah, you wake up in your sleeping bag and you're just like, I don't want to leave this right now.
Yeah,
this is the world.
That's immaculate vibes.
It's so good.
Because usually when I go camping, that's like 2 weeks ago going camping, we have a cabin by a lake is where we usually stay. So that's what we usually do. It's still pretty humid in there because it's summertime and like there's no any regular AC. It usually cools down at night to like 60s, so it's still pretty nice.
Yeah. It does sound pretty choice.
Plus, I'm also more of a lake over a beach guy too. I've always been a lake enjoyer.
I don't know, man. I think there's something. I like lakes for like feeling safe when I hang out, but there's nothing quite like the power of the ocean that just makes me feel so small and perfectly human.
That's fair. I think my issue is that the beaches in New England are very cold, so that's why I'm not like crazy about them. But I go to like when I was in Florida for Fort Lauderdale, that water was just super nice. And I probably should check out how it was in BC as well, but I didn't really go to a major body of water while I was there. I walked along the seacoast, though it was like nowhere you could really touch the water.
Yeah, Wisely, Walt, and I went out to that same beach after the tournament ended. And you know, no one else was really out there. There was maybe a few people, and it was just beautiful, man. Like just pristine.
And that area, we've already talked about how nice it is.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. We just had like one of those big long talks that you have with folks for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, that's just always like hits home after like a long tournament. Especially the 3 guys who also commentated the event too, just talking about shit that happened throughout it as well.
Yeah,
so,
you know,
it's just good talk about
Talk about your methods. Talk about what was going on in the world at the time. What? You got a little slide off, cancel the hit stun, and then do a little match repair out. It's crazy.
Seeing some stuff. Umarth is all over the place right now too. That should be that did hurt. Ooh, okay, I like that a lot. Just going for the dunk. I was thinking, I was so conditioned to just think of like, you know, we saw like all the zoo back air earlier, just like slide off back air. It's down. It was really good mix up. Just full up and around. Like it's kind of approach. Really just getting some extra percent on Umarth right now. Good crouch cancel. He's controlling stage super well. Umarth can't really find much. Playing around him a lot, pressured shield, and got some. Go ahead, just going for a grab. All right, Bobby, hold on.
I love the delay on that as well because it's like adding the laser shine to the mix, just that one extra hit, just triple up just enough. But ooh, these forward airs, quick 40. Oh, I was gonna say he's pre-70, but no more.
Yeah, that's where it gets pretty rough. Now we're in the fill percentage we were talking about.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna eat that.
Yeah.
No shot.
Hefty money.
Looking pretty solid, but alas, no luck there. All right. That is.
I will say the nice thing about working from replays is there's very little in between.
Yeah, you're right into it.
How we just run things.
Because usually, like during like an online tournament, when it's like live, you have to like wait a bit. Sometimes someone will just like take time, stretch, think about their stage counter pick. They might have to step away first because you don't know what's going on. Other times, sometimes it might just go right into it. I know Bobby usually goes right into his matches when he's playing online most of the time, I feel like. But, you know, still, Fridge doesn't feel too different here.
Jesus Christ. Nope, not quite able to get the true A stay down or CC, and barely biffs the grab. Great air dodge. That shot. Nope. There's so much. I'm so sad that like KJH has kind of like stepped away from focusing as a competitor and like hasn't been doing a ton of the labbing stuff that he used to do.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like so much of modern Spacey, like defense and like counterplay against Umarth specifically, is because of him.
Yeah, okay. I really feel like watching a lot of him, I usually get a lot of ideas for like, hey, how you usually like defense is kind of fall, but stuff like that. Like he's kind of like one of the definitive ones to watch. He's like before COVID, he was like one of my favorite bot players to watch. I remember. So I remember I just watch his stuff a ton.
Like wall tech air dodge back on stage is a Kalindi, and I just think about how many things that I just remember him pushing and being like, yeah, this is gonna be nuts, and like, you know, when people start implementing this, it's gonna like add to the flow of the game, it's gonna change things up. And just like, yeah, that dude really did so much for every Spacey ever.
Yeah,
so be sure to thank KJH, y'all. Y'all wouldn't be
next
here.
time you see him, if you're a Spacey player, be sure to give him a firm thank you.
Wherever he shows up next, who knows? But
yeah, I don't know if he's going to Gommel, but maybe he'll get Big House, I'm sure.
Back here, waiting for Randall, but it's gonna be way too long.
Yeah, he comes out. Yeah. The second he was just gone, he showed up. Like he's up at the 4 or the 3.
Head out.
Yeah, pokes in. Look at a little jackass as he is. He's at the take it away.
I call him a cheeser.
Yeah, he can't be a cheeser. I'm always Team Randall, but yeah, he'd be a big ass degenerate. My favorite clip of Randall's still the New England Melee versus SoCal crew battle at Big House where Matt.Zep comes up. He's like literally about to give up a stock, and then like the time and Randall shows up at the last second to save him on Yoshi's story. He just pops off for it. It's one of my favorite all-time clips.
That's a good one. Just a man. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good man. Done a ton. Well, I know he's up to now. I know he's in Smash Camp. I just haven't seen him like since Shine last year.
Man's big time Russian crew battle.
Oh my god, that's right. Because they did the Alston versus the Yard thing too, right?
Very loosely affiliated.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know Jesse was in that.
Shep, yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, yeah. Shep is, for people who have not been to Smash Camp, Shep is kind of like a god king of Smash Camp. He is almost always like one of the highest seeds, but he is the king degen of the weekend.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it is incredible to watch that man operate.
It's still get like top 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. He's solid.
I love that guy. I was with him on the boat at Battle of BC. Those who don't know, the boat at Battle of BC actually had a free weed on it on the top deck. So people just brought it on board. And it was fine. So there's some people who were just crossfade on top deck. Him and one of my other buds, they were just vibing so hard.
Man.
Yeah, it's so sick. I remember it was like, and then if people probably seen the photo where it's like Moki, Leffen, and Cody just talking on the boat. It's like dream blunt rotation, or just like nightmare blunt rotation. How you look at it, just 3 Foxbanes who are just stoned talking about shit.
Incredible.
Yeah, and then Cody literally just sat on the top deck for like an hour. He's like, I forgot I had legs. It was so funny. He got up eventually, so it was really funny.
When we were wandering Vancouver for BODC4, we found this truck. It was just like a raw rolling papers branded truck or van or something, and just the guy inside was like trying to sell us weed, but we were like, we don't know if we want the raw rolling papers guys.
What do we do?
There's just dispensaries around the bend. Then we met some First Nation cowboy boys that were out in the club scene because they were having a Texas cowpoke night, and I had a hoot.
I heard about this on the yard, I think.
Yeah, they
yeah.
They had talked about it a bit. It was a crazy night. Oh my god, crazy combo.
Yeah, that was a really. I saw like the reverse forward. I'm like, oh shit, he's dead. So
yeah.
I
just got the rewatch on the stream.
Yeah.
My focus is stream top right now.
Yeah,
I've been up since like 9. So.
Yeah, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. But
you power nap.
I did power nap. I had a headache when I got home from work. It was just like a day where I'm like, work was busy and my manager was kind of being whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna come home and eat something. Like I said, I had a nap before I got on here. It felt really good. Also, I had a meal before then too. So I felt pretty good about it. If it is just raw, I would have tapped out probably a while ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm struggling.
Yeah, we're trying.
We need to trend a sub in for DJ now. Or something. That would be huge.
How do I fly in Yokai? It's actually pretty decent hours for him right now.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Might be worth considering because both of us do have work in the morning.
Yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah. Oh, what an air dodge. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a block where it's not a lot of talking.
Yeah. It's just for reacting to shit, I feel like. Which I think is, like, honestly, commentary can be, like, commentary is subjective. Who the fuck cares half the time, especially online stuff. As far as just you guys having a good time and hanging out, that's all I really care about. Especially if you're already here for, like, 4.5 hours, too. It's, what else do you expect?
Yeah, the average paid block is, like, 2 hours. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you'll have to hit it back-to-back, which is 4.
I've done that. Shine last year, Stock had me do doubles on mainstream for like 2 hours. I had like an hour break, and I came back to do doubles like Top Cut for like 3 hours.
Dude, I fucking love Stock Money.
Yeah, that's my goat. And then
that guy's incredible. That dude drove like 30 minutes to come hang out with me in Austin boys.
That's so sick.
When I was in Boston one time, we hit the model. Fucking love the model. Model cafe is so.
I'm still haven't gone there. So. Yep. I've heard.
Walked in, bartender told me "fuck you," and I was like, "I know this is the joint. this is
the vibe."
Yeah, this is the spot, man. Like,
was the Boston accent very thick in them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope so.
Like dive bars, like Alaska, basically, there are not a lot of like highbrow bars. Like almost every bar is a dive bar. Like, Umarth's crazy on the cloud right now.
Yeah, that's that. I was like, holy shit, you should
but like. All the big bars back home are like mostly dive bars. Like there's a few like fancier establishments, of course, but like
high-end stuff.
Everyone my age hangs out at dive bars. Fucking the bars stay open until 5 in the morning, also, which is goated in the summer because like,
that's so sick.
The sun only kind of goes down for a little bit,
comes back up.
Yeah, it like bounces most of the time, right? Like it's fucking great. But like. The model is like a proper dive. And I fucking it's so heavy. I love that shit.
That's so sick.
I need someone that can be a little bit mean to me when I pull up with a credit card or the cash on the bar.
That's valid.
Because the signage is covered in like 30 stickers. Like
you don't know it's cash only until they tell you.
Yeah, like it's cash only. You're like, well, I have not been here in a number of years, so if you'll excuse me.
First time here. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Didn't realize that this was the way you operated. No one told me that was your
My apologies, sir. Firm handshake.
I didn't know your game. You know?
I did not know your game, so that's an NBA caption.
Oh no, Bobbert.
Oh my god, I heard Bobber, and I'm like, oh no, I'm in a slime stream.
Does slime say Bobbert a lot?
No, he has a sub notification which ends in someone just yelling Bobber. I think he's heard in the Valorant lobby, so I just think of that.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
just call Bobby Bobbert sometimes.
Oh, Bobber. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just call him Bobby.
Bobby, Bob, BBB.
BBB is the other alternative, so I'm like, yep, that makes sense.
Bobby is definitely someone that like has ground this game. I think more than most. Like this dude literally used to drive like fucking like 2-3 hours to get to a local and then 2-3 hours back.
That's
dedication. He lived in Podunk, Texas, in this town called Killeen. Oh, it's over.
GG.
Yeah, but
I got a Marth Ditto then. Interesting.